Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Gamecast, episode 534. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinside.
Ahoy.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Hello.
Oh, did you guys see the shooter thing, by the way, with Happy Gilmore on social media? I'm sorry, I did the shooter guns.
Yeah.
If you're watching this on YouTube.
Yep.
I did the shooter guns to introduce
Oh, geez. Speaking of golf, Tiger Woods almost died today.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
He rolled a car. He had to get extracted. Yeah, it was, wow. Yeah.
Fucked up his legs, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he already has a bad back.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to golf again.
Yeah, no, this could be it. It's crazy because like at the beginning of his career, it was like one of those things. This guy's just gonna be domination. Like he's gonna break all the records, but hard stop.
Yeah, couldn't stay healthy. That's the idea. Like that's
Keep
longevity.
his dick in his pants is what it really is.
Well, yeah, that did a lot of it too. So, well, guys, welcome to 534 of the Gamecast. What an intro.
Golf's a game.
Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, before we get into this news here, hit that subscribe and the like button, guys. We appreciate it. It helps us out quite a bit, so please subscribe. We're going to get into what we've been up to first. I'll kick us off with Yakuza, Like a Dragon. I'm stuck at home working for the next few weeks, as I was explaining to the guys before the podcast, so I'm not in quarantine, but my work is in quarantine. So we're all working from home. So I get some gaming time in because I'm the IT guy and things are on smooth sailing. So I get some gaming and shows, and that's why I think I'm so movie hungry, because I'm like, okay, let's get caught up on some stuff, But and also with gaming, there's not too much I want to play. Like I have to play the Mario anniversary. Like I do want to play that. I haven't even opened that yet. I want to play that. The Mario 64. But other than that, I have Yakuza, like I said, so I've been playing that, and probably about 8 more hours. I'm on chapter 7 now. I think there's 13 chapters, so I'm a little more than halfway through. I think I'm 17 hours in the game, 16 and a half or so hours, 17 hours in the game. The story now, the fun goofiness takes over for a little bit, and now the story takes over, which is a cool little it's almost like they have that encouragement to go and explore for a little bit and get your own crazy stories, because that's when the game gets crazy, when you get those side story things. But then the main story is very there's some good story here, and a plot twist just happened to make it even more interesting. So I was now just before we started, I was trying to finish up the cutscenes, which I'm like, oh, I got it's 7:05, and I'm like, I got plenty of time to watch the cutscenes. Next thing I know, it's 7:45, and I'm like, holy shit. So there's a ton of cutscenes in that. But I'm not skipping the dialogue, but I'm pressing the A button so I don't have to hear them speak through the whole thing, to kind of skip through some of it, because I'm reading it. It's a subtitled. But game's great though. I do find myself every now and again, the cool part, there's an auto combat in this game, and the computer's actually pretty good. You don't get the resistant blocks. If you're not, you still have to press the button to actually do that damage block thing. You can cut the damage in half if you hit the button at the right time. So it doesn't do that for you. But if I'm fighting scrubs, I'm turning on auto fight and I'm going kitchen. I'm getting a drink and come back, and computer's mopping the floor with the thing. So the only time I don't do that is when I know I need to conserve MP and moves and edit items, because sometimes they'll use an item at the end of combat, and I'm like, dude, you just blew a 300 hit point potion and the battle is over. But but it's pretty cool. I can turn on auto combat and, like I said, just do that and kind of check the Twitter and then go back into the game. It kind of makes it nice, actually. So, but that's what I've been playing. That's really been it for me. Mike, what have you been up to?
I actually had a bit more game time too, because I'm actually at the end of a quarantine for a mild procedure I actually did today.
Oh.
Still, frankly, feeling the effects of a little bit. But so I finished Yakuza Remastered 3. It was pretty good. It's probably not that it's bad, but it's maybe my least favorite of the Yakuza games I've played so far. But it was the most dated one too. And now
I can't believe we kind of just, before you get into this, I know you're going to complain about it, but I still can't believe that most of our podcasts the last few weeks have been talking about Yakuza. just like across different people too.
It's not gonna stop either.
It's crazy because
too many games for it to stop.
This is what we're into. But yes, go ahead, Mike. Go on.
Yeah. No. So and then when I had some time, I also got back into Apex Legends again with a friend, and I'm terrible at it now. And there's a bunch of new characters that I don't understand, and things are quite different. So it's good to see they've updated it a bit, but I'm not good anymore at it at all. It's not good. And then I also started Yakuza Remastered 4, and this one is it's okay. They're doing a thing now where there's multiple characters, like 4 different characters to play as in this game, which I think is spreading it a little too thin. But we'll see. I like it enough. The story is still interesting, and it's the same type of stuff. And so I'm just putting hours into Yakuza stuff. So it's still fun, and that's about it. But yeah, I put in some time these last 5 days.
All right, Corey.
Not got any gaming other than some board games here and there.
Some tabletop simulator board games.
Yeah, mostly. And Board Game Arena has actually been pretty good playing on there a little bit.
Yeah. Tony?
Some board games with Corey and just more Final Fantasy. Although, interestingly enough, Jim, you might be interested to know this. There's a zone in the one area of the game where you have to essentially re-level. Like you start on level 1 and they're like, hey, you gotta level up in this new zone to unlock a certain gear and stuff like that. But they styled this entire zone after Final Fantasy XI in that mobs have a bigger aggro distance. They're more clumped together. And if you die, you lose experience.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
God,
so I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, okay.
That game. Oof.
Yeah,
Jesus.
But I figured you'd be interested.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was so brutal. Catch a bad group, you're like, fuck this day. Fuck this day. God, that just brought back massive floods of memories of people complaining in chat. Anyways, that's cool. Yeah. What else? Anything else? Or that's it?
That's it.
Okay. We've got some news this week. I did want to mention, guys, and I didn't mention this on the movie cast, but I would say that I've been watching Pokemon, the series, with my 8-year-old. It's fun to go back. It's fun.
Oh, nice. Did you get more Pokemon cards at McDonald's?
I didn't yet. I haven't brought her over there yet. I am playing it legitimately. I'm not going to just go by myself.
My boys to McDonald's to get some Happy Meals for myself. I mean, for them.
But they don't want the cards. She's like, I don't want the cards. I'm like, that's fine with me.
They wanted the cards. What's funny is my older one, he opened his first pack. His pack he got the foil or holograph Pikachu.
Ooh, that's worth money.
I know. I was like,
did you put it in the case?
Well, it's all right. I took it and I put it in the cart sleeve. It's right here.
There you go. It's good.
And I was like, Bryce, if you want to play this, you can play with it because it's his. I didn't want to take it away from him, but I was like, you need to keep it in this thing just in case. But I was like, dang it. But it's funny because his favorite card he got is Ocelot or whatever. I don't even know these Pokemon anymore, but he loves that one. But I was like,
a bunch of them up.
So funny.
There's a bunch of them up like 75 right now.
Yeah. I know. I was like, oh, dang it, man.
That's a quick look. I know that I saw them for 150 last week, so it's a stock market. You just gotta wait.
I mean, I think I've seen it. It's been going for around 40 now, but I know it's going up towards 100.
I saw it for 120 last week when we were talking about it. So, but yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, people it's Pokemon, man. Gotta catch them all.
Yes.
It's funny because I was having a discussion with a friend the other day about how Pokemon just took off, globally, of course, but why Digimon never caught on really outside of Japan. And I was just like, I think it's just the fact that the marketing, the marketing and the branding and just
they're cuter.
Yeah, I think the designs are a little cuter
Digimon
too.
The look was fine, but I think they're going for that little older crowd. But by the time they hit that, people were already so engrossed in Pokemon. It was
it was second, wasn't it?
Yeah.
My brother was into both. My brother actually, again, basically a non-gamer. He still plays like those Digimon Cyber Sleuth games.
Oh, yeah.
He loves playing them. And one of them is one of the worst games I've ever seen played. Where literally like the Digimon would like have to shit all the time. You had to stop what you were doing to find a bathroom, or else you couldn't continue. It was some of it was brutal.
Yeah.
But no, he's into that. So he was into both.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, I brought that up. Where were we heading? Oh, back. We're going into the news. But yeah. So gotta catch them all. But anyways, we were watching the Pokemon show, and she loves the cartoon, loves Pikachu, of course. But it was cool to go back to the old episodes, and like that first season of Pokemon. I actually still remember a lot of those episodes. I don't know why. I watched it when I was older too, because I just enjoyed Pokemon at that point, and I don't know. But all right. Let's get into some news here. We got a couple things to talk about in the news. First of all, let's kick it off with Nintendo Direct last week, which very split on conversations for people, because I know for myself I was expecting more of a Zelda Anniversary Edition, something more from Nintendo for that. I was definitely disappointed in that situation. But what do we get really from them coming in 2021, the first half? Because like that's where I was kind of confused, because we got a lot of future announcements. But we did get some good announcements for Smash Bros. I know that. That I know. So, Tony, do you have like an open for what was announced exactly? Can you?
Yeah. So, I mean, right off the bat, they unveiled a new Smash character, which to me is like my hope and dream that like I never thought this would happen, because just the way the timing happened, and even Sakurai had said in an interview, but the character is going to be Pyra / Mythra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which came out in the first year of the Switch life. So development was already fully underway for Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Which, by the way, I heard that game was sold out like crazy in Japan suddenly.
Yeah, it sold out again. It sold out.
Go on.
Due to this announcement, it just sold out.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah.
But it showed off that trailer, which I think is particularly cool, because everyone expects it to be like the male like protagonist character, and instead it's the female characters in the game, because to be quite honest, the game is about them. So I thought it was super cool, and they brought back the mechanic of the Zelda into Sheik style, where like you transfer from one character to the other, and they have different like styles and different movesets and stuff like that. So to me, that's like super like, I was like cheering.
Spoiler alert! If you didn't know, they are the same character.
Yeah, they are the same.
It's not like two different people in the game, so
right?
It makes sense for that mechanic.
Right, exactly. So super happy about that. I know people are upset because it's another anime Swordfighter, but you know what? Fuck you. Just play better games. I'm sorry. Just play better games. So
yeah.
That's the case there.
Yeah, we got news on not much on Breath of the Wild 2, but they're going to announce more later this year, but not coming this year either way. That's for certain. Coming 2022.
Wow. That's surprising. I think I would have thought they would have.
COVID. I bet you COVID on this.
Well, I mean that's what we're learning.
Yeah. Which means, Tony, before we get into more of this, our bet, we're going to be, I don't even know. Will it make it? Metroid 4, Beyond Good and Evil 2. We don't know.
I don't even know.
5 years from now, what do you guys think?
The battle wage is on.
Yeah, with COVID in place, we don't know. We
may not even ever see these games ever.
We may not. It would be crazy to have both games just canceled and just that's the end of the bet. That would just be the worst thing ever. But all right, go on now. What else we got?
Let's see. So after that, they unveiled Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD for Nintendo Switch, which
yeah, I actually enjoyed that game, but hated the motion controls.
Yeah, and I could totally get it. I could totally understand that, because that's the thing. For me, if I recall correctly, I stated I never had any big issues with motion controls. There was a couple hiccups, but I thought it was really good implementation of the Wii motion, like the Wii Motion Plus, like the advanced version.
It worked fine. It just was like I wanted to just button smash.
Yeah, I can totally get that. But now they're giving you that option.
Yes.
Plus, it's HD. Plus, it's going to be. And my personal hope is that they just get rid of some of the. Sure about some quality of life issues. Like every time you booted up the game and you picked up an item for the first time, it's like, this is an acorn. You could eat it to replenish. I don't know what the hell it did in the game, but like something like that. And you're just like, I've gotten like a million of these. Like, please stop telling me that. And the hand holding from the companion, that was a bit annoying, because like she would literally solve puzzles for you if you open up her dialogue. It's like, all right, well, I guess I'm just not going to talk to you because you're going to solve this puzzle for me. So, but that's good.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for it.
I'm excited. Like, that game is a game that, see, the problem for me is I don't think I'd pay $60 for it, and I don't know if it's going to go on sale anytime soon. People are buying it, like, pre-ordering it like crazy. To me, it's like a $50, $40 game. I hope I can find it for that. But I would like to replay it.
This is Nintendo. They don't know what the word sale means.
Like, I like
You're supposed to buy the same game at full price 10 times in your life. That's all.
I really like this game, though, because this game was
game was $50, wasn't it?
It was 50 at release, yeah.
Yeah, it was 50, yeah. They're charging more. I love this. I actually really enjoyed the story in this game because the finale of this game was great the way it ended.
Yeah.
This
is like the first really big like story-oriented Zelda game.
Yeah.
So, it was a new thing to the series. And yeah, I get it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like my personal preference on this whole thing would have been like, hey, Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, Skyward Sword HD in one bundle collection.
Yeah.
For $60.
Absolutely.
That would have been my like personal like, hey, yeah, like that's awesome. But I get it. I get it. You can't. They can get away with it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's not ridiculous. It's amazing. More like I'm surprised and shocked at how much of a 180 Nintendo has taken since the Wii
U. It's crazy, but yeah, looking forward to that. And then they're releasing a pair of Skyward Sword Joy-Cons to resemble the sword and shield motif for the motion controls, which I think is pretty cool. And I'll probably have to get a set just for fucking collector's purposes because I still have my. I think they released the gold remote for the Skyward Sword limited edition back in the day on the Wii, so get that for the collection. Let's see. Other things. Mario Golf Super Rush announced for Switch. Been waiting for that ever since Tense came out.
This mode, by the way, this multiplayer mode sounds so fun. It's the speed mode where it's like the fastest you can get to your ball, start hitting the thing. Like you could be like 2 strokes ahead of me. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like the craziness that will ensue from that kind of a game, I just can't imagine. Like it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I love Mario Golf, and like Mike was saying in the Discord, hoping that means hopefully that means Mario Strikers is
I mean, I can wish. I really don't know because like it's been a while now, and everything else has kind of had its own iteration between now and then. But
what's funny though is like soccer/football is the most popular sport in the world, and it's like, wow, how long has it been? But I get it, and I'm excited for Mario Golf. I think Mario Golf is my favorite sports Mario game, though.
Golf?
Sure.
Yeah.
I played that a while ago too. I think the N64 version was the last time I played it, but obviously it's still like again, like golf is is one of those sports where I like, but I'm not like a fan. I'm not deep into it, so I don't care if it's kind of like a bastardization of the sport.
Oh yeah, just more arcadey. I think more arcadey golf is always a good time.
Yeah, but no, I mean,
shots.
Mario sports are normally pretty good. Although I did play they had a Sluggers, a baseball game on I think
GameCube.
I think
it was both. Yeah, I don't know.
It was not great. I gave that one.
I think it was Namco that made that. I forget, but yeah, no, this should be canon proper. And the thing I'm looking forward to is going to be the story mode, which hopefully will have that RPG element that the original ones for like Game Boy Color did. They were actually pretty fun to play.
What else we got?
Let's see. Project Triangle is a strategy game coming to Nintendo Switch.
Anybody watching this on YouTube knows I'm giving a thumbs up right now.
Yeah.
This is I'm like psyched for this game.
Yeah, this is super cool because it's by Square Enix. It's using the same technology. I believe probably the same team that did Octopath Traveler, where it's doing like the HD 2D sprites, but instead of just being like a Final Fantasy Bravely Default game, it's a Final Fantasy Tactics type game. So I'm super excited for that. They released a trailer and there's a demo. I got to download the demo still, but just again. Awesome that they're doing strategy. I love strategy.
And it's going to go through all the shapes. That'll be fun.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Star Wars Hunters, free to play, squad based online multiplayer game by Zynga. I don't know.
Zynga's doing it?
Zynga's a little Mobley.
Zynga.
Yeah, definitely send Mobley. Fall Out Guys coming to Switch, which will hit in summer.
makes sense.
It's fun, but it feels like I think that game like could have used that.
It might be done by now.
Yeah, it might be done. I haven't touched the game since last summer. So.
Yep.
Hyrule Warriors getting a expansion pass. Unfortunately, they didn't really announce anything other than it's getting an expansion pass, so that was that. Ninja Gaiden Collection, the 3D ones, that's kind of cool. Super Mario items coming to Animal Crossing for the crossover or anniversary stuff. Outer Wilds coming. Oh, one thing that I'm just skimming. There was so much because it was like a 50-minute direct.
Yeah.
The one thing I thought was cool is they're remaking 2 Famicom games called Famicom Detective, and they were never localized over here, but it's like visual novel stuff, obviously detective and stuff. They announced it for Japan, I believe, last year, but everybody was kind of up in the air on if they would get localized or not because it was like really obscure, stuff. But happy to see that got announced for, worldwide release and stuff like that. Tales from the Borderlands, Corey, being ported to Switch.
Yeah, coming next month.
Yep, coming next month. No More Heroes got a tentative release date for August 2021. Looking good on that for me.
I can't believe that franchise survived. I really
Why?
can't. Because it seemed so like niche, and it was. I don't know. It was just a niche thing. I thought that's this is on a Nintendo system too. This makes no sense. Everyone was this is, and it's still around. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is Suda51, he makes things happen on a budget. I mean, the game looks rough for an HD game these days, but it's it's an indie game at its heart. It's a Japanese indie game, so it'll be goofy and looking forward to playing with that. Out of left field, Nintendo's publishing a DC Superhero Girls Teen Power game.
Is this a tie-in to? I know there's a TV show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
TV show.
Yeah. There's a whole line of DC stuff for this.
Yep. So that'll be interesting. Apex Legends, Hades getting physical edition, and pretty much the biggest last thing was Splatoon 3 getting announced at the end of the direct, which surprised me because Nintendo usually stays away from releasing sequels on the same system.
I mean, we haven't even got another Mario Kart.
Right, exactly, yeah.
We didn't really get.
There's two
Splatoon
games on Switch.
I think I'm more surprised. It's not about Splatoon 3, but I think I'm more surprised that it's going to beat Mario. I thought we'd get a sequel to Mario a lot faster. Honestly,
me too.
I just really thought.
Yeah, I really thought we were going to get an expansion pass at first.
Yeah, something.
But then we didn't. So I was like, oh, maybe we'll do Mario Odyssey 2, and they just never did. So I was like,
yeah, it feels like that would be the easiest, quick, done kind of game, and I'm shocked that Splatoon 3 is going to beat it out. So.
And the other thing was this is the Zelda's 35th anniversary this year, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And
they did say today, they mentioned they're going to have more on Zelda 35th later in the year.
Yeah, so
they might have their own specific Zelda direct.
Yeah, so the thing is with this, my suspicion here is that because this was pretty much first half direct, which is what they did the last time they did this was 2019. 2020 fucking COVID and shit like that. So I feel like Skyward Sword is just the first half Zelda release, but I guarantee you in the second half, we're getting the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess ports. I hope they pack both of those in. That would be cool, but we'll see. And I do have a feeling, I'm not sure if Breath of the Wild 2 is going to make it because COVID last year and all that, but we'll definitely see it because they promised, and it's been a little while. So we'll get that, and then hopefully maybe some new game in the meantime or something like that, I don't know, just not a Zelda game proper, but how they came out of left field with the crossover with what's that rhythm game, the indie game, I forget, Necro Dancer or something like that.
Yes,
Hyrule, the Hyrule.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe they'll have
game,
maybe they'll have some weird zany crossover. With that, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, I think they're also waiting for the end of the fiscal year and the end of which would be March, and the end of the Mario 35 before they focus on the Zelda stuff because they don't want people to be hey, you can't care about both franchises. You have to focus on one. Like, okay, Nintendo, sure, whatever you say, man.
Yep. All right. In other news, we've got some PlayStation stuff. The PlayStation
today, yeah.
Yeah, well, the PlayStation, what is that called? Their Direct is happening Thursday, so we'll talk about that next week. But Jim Ryan was discussing a new VR coming out. I'm absolutely shocked they're going to stick with this. I am shocked.
Hey, man, I said that VR was going to keep going strong this year. Like,
yeah.
Is it strong? Is it just keeping going?
I mean, I don't think PlayStation's leading the charge for sure. I think it's the other guys,
give you it's stronger than Stadia.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really saying much, though.
But yeah, I mean, it's people like it. It's getting better. It's too early still.
Listen, I had PlayStation VR for a little bit. I have to say I did enjoy the experiences that I played on that I had on that, and I wouldn't call them games; they're experiences, and they're really nice. Half-Life Alyx was supposed to be excellent, the first real good VR style game to play. This setup sounds awesome. One wire, that sounds amazing. I really hope they pull that off.
And hopefully they can actually take advantage of the PlayStation 5 with this too.
That's what I'm saying. Like with the power in the system and the headset, maybe it could work better. And I just, like I said, don't give us experiences. Give us actual games. Like Astrobot was excellent, I heard, but there wasn't enough of that. You know what I mean? Like give us real games. So I really enjoyed the
figured out. Yeah, that's the problem. They haven't figured out how to deliver that.
Yeah. What else we got? Gran Turismo 7, unfortunately, is getting delayed because of COVID. 2022 for that game. They specifically said due to COVID restrictions, we couldn't finish this game.
That's fair. I think that's fair. That's fair. You know.
It's going to happen to most of these games. Yeah. Like most games are going to.
Jason Schreier today pretty much told us that God of War is not hitting this year. So
I love this tweet. He goes, "I've got a bridge to sell to anybody who thinks God of War is coming out this year," and I was just like.
And I'm not shocked. It's going to be a quiet year for games. It's going to be a great year for game sales again, but it's just not going to be a lot of stuff. I mean, it's tough to work in this environment, so it's going to help these other games coming out. I honestly think you guys were shitting on Diablo 2's remaster. I don't think it looks.
BlizzCon happened, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to change topics real quick. We can talk about that in just a second. I don't think it looked terrible, but anything else in this PlayStation announcement before going to BlizzCon?
PC
PlayStation games coming to PC.
Yeah,
I think that was the big thing. So that's more to have.
Jim, you don't need a PS5, man.
I don't know. I don't. I need a PC.
Yeah, you just gotta wait 5 years to play all the exclusives. That's all.
No, I mean it's going to happen more and more, and Microsoft has it already on there. So
I think they got it. This is too much money in there. You got to get it on the system.
Yep. I just think that, like I said, my next big purchase gaming wise, will probably be a PC. Like I'm at 90% certain that's happening right now. That's how certain I am. So it's gonna happen. Like I have the setup for it now here. I'll be sitting. I was looking at monitors that I can put in here, and it's gonna be. Plus, I need it for our podcast. It helps.
I know. Like think about it, Jim. It covers your Xbox One, Series X gaming. It covers your PS5 gaming. You might have to wait a little while. Covers the podcast.
Well, covers PS4 first, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Days Gone was the first game announced. I mean, I don't know that.
yeah.
For more games, because we know Horizon's out, obviously, and Death Stranding's out on PC. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. BlizzCon happened, and as I mentioned before, Diablo 2 was shown, and guys, I know you could look. It's not blow me away impressive. But I actually loved Diablo 2 a lot when I was obviously when I was younger. I liked
everyone loved Diablo 2.
I know. So I'm not gonna hate on this game. I think it's gonna hit at the right time where we can play it. I think I'll enjoy playing it. Diablo 3 when they remade that game to be what it was fucking amazing. And if they integrate some of that stuff into Diablo 2's remaster, it's gonna be incredible. I'm sorry, it's going to be incredible. Despite how it's not blow me away looking amazing, it looks fine, but I still think it's going to be a lot of fun to play. I'm going to play it.
So on Discord, I was I said I'm underwhelmed here essentially with what they showed. I expected more. I mean, because the whole thing, this is like all we've seen really is like look at all these remasters and remakes of games and how amazing they are coming out, right? Like, just even with just remaking the entire game, specifically like Shadow of the Colossus, like they remade that game from scratch essentially, and they're kind of doing that with not necessarily from scratch, but the Mass Effects most recently, they're going to be redoing all those, and I expect more from what they were going to do here, just because of how far back this game is coming from, right?
It's
I don't know, just
from late 90s, and you look at it and just like don't get me like here. I love Diablo 2. Like it would probably make top 10 of like games ever. Like if I like sat down and think about it, definitely like top 20, 30 or whatever like that. I played Diablo 2 so much back in the day. I love that game. But for them to come out with a 20-year game and be like, hey guys, look, I'm just like, yeah, like I'm just like, all right, it's a thing. But I guess it just pisses me off more because like this just feels like it's the shitty EA or not EA, the Activision side of thing being like, you guys need to come out with games every year now because we want fucking money. And it's like, cool, because like I mean, you just look at like the Warcraft 3 remake, like you just came out and nobody cared about it.
Not that nobody cared. They royally fucked that up though.
Yeah.
Like just the way that
I meant like right. They fucked it up, but then it came out and like I don't know one person that was like, man, I love that Warcraft 3 remake. You know? So, and it just feels like they're doing this to Diablo.
I loved Warcraft 3, but I never played that game. The remake.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, people were all over the World of Warcraft re-release.
Oh, it was,
yeah. It's a little bit different because like that was like the first, big modern MMO and stuff like that.
But I mean, just with Diablo 2, I was expecting more of a modernization of it than what they showed. It just seemed like they kind of cleaned it up a little bit. And it's like, hey, there you go, guys. This is what you asked for. And they're
like, right? This is what you wanted, right? No.
Yeah.
No.
So we got a lot of Overwatch 2 information in this. Hundreds of multiplayer co-op maps. They're going to get rid of assault mode. Not happening this year though. Will not be releasing this year.
What is going to be releasing this year?
Yeah, I don't know. What else we got?
Broken games is what's going to.
That's pretty much it. I mean, that and Overwatch League 2021 details, which is just basically meta improvements and stuff. I mean,
they did talk a little bit about Overwatch 2 and
they did. That's what I'm saying.
I gotta say something. I really hate shitting on like artists because they're just subject to the art directors and stuff like that. But so far, I'm pretty sure I hate every single Overwatch 2 character design compared to their Overwatch 1 design. Like, I just don't know what it is. I just feel like it's one like, I can't think of any specific example. I just know the trope where it's like, if you think back to like when we were kids and there was like toys or cartoons or something like that, and it's like they wanted to sell new stuff. It's like, it's your character, and like that now they have like glowy lines or something stupid. I'm just like, that's all you did.
The aqua version, the scuba dive version.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like what,
home baked Barbie and.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? These are terrible designs. Like, you've gone backwards. Like, why? I just don't. That's my personal opinion, anyway.
It's just everything really has been underwhelming. They did show a little more Diablo 4, which was kind of neat, but I don't know. It's just hard to get excited about anything from Blizzard these days, unfortunately, which is sad because, I mean, again, another company that kind of got ruined by corporate, influence.
And it really upsets me because when Overwatch 1 came out, like, I love that game. I love that game so much, and I said I'm hesitant to say it's like going to be greatest of all time or anything like that because I want to see how they roadmap the next few years. I remember saying that specifically. In my opinion, they just dropped the ball on that. And I'm Mike, I'm pretty sure you were the first one to even like point it out about like the content and stuff like that. And like it's so disappointing that we should have this all under the one game. Like, and it's again, like you were saying, Corey, it's just corporate greed, where it's like they could easily just make this part of Overwatch, and even if it was just like they had to sell it at like $20 for the.
I mean, I could see
$30 even.
I could see $40 expansion.
And it's funny because I said I went back to Apex Legends here, and this is their like I think 2-year anniversary. Their roster doubled in that time, completely doubled. And I don't think that happened with Overwatch. And it's
this is a little different with Overwatch just because it is not
Overwatch is paid. Yeah, you would expect more from it.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, they didn't make you pay for any characters that came out in Overwatch.
No, I know, but the game itself was paid as opposed to Apex Legends, which was free.
Sure, but I mean, you're paying you're paying the battle pass, whatever, like to.
You don't need to.
No, I know you don't need to. I'm saying, but that most people. I don't know most people, but like a lot of people, enough people do that make it successful.
But hold on, it's different. There's two different things here. It's different monetization because it's free to play, and Overwatch has not been $60 in like a long ass time.
Yeah, I know, but it was.
They give it away for free.
Games also. I mean, one's a battle royale game, one's a team.
Right,
based.
like coming out with a new character in Apex, it's like you have to come up with like 3 abilities.
Sure.
Like, they all use the same weapons, so it's not really like that much of a balancing, whereas like with Overwatch you have specific roles, like this is a tank, this is a DPS, this is a healer.
And you got to balance them with every other character to make sure that they fit well with the different combinations. There's a lot of development work in both games.
I'm not trying to take away from Apex Legends. I like that a lot too. I'm just saying it's two different styles, and I do agree that Overwatch, as monetization probably is already outdated these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although honestly, I
think Apex Legends is making way more money than Overwatch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not right now. I do actually kind of prefer the old loot box style over these battle pass things because I think that battle pass is just like it makes it too unclear what you need to do to get things. And
I'm not.
It got to play 50 hours a week, man.
It completely walls off certain things more.
Yeah, see that's what
lucky with loot boxes sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, see that's what pisses me off because like I get if you want the battle pass and it's great. Like if I were like 16 or whatever and like I just love that with my friends like Fortnite or whatever, totally understand. But like now it's like I don't want to have to invest X amount of hours to get to that last level. And people do the math on this. Like they're like, hey, you're going to need to play X amount of games at this win rate or whatever, this gain rate to reach that level. I'm just like, just let me fucking buy this cosmetic. Because like that's where I'm at. And that's fine if you want to have it in the battle pass, but also give me that option to buy it separately. Like just let me pay my money and have it. I don't understand why they can't do it. And the same thing with Overwatch. Like if you want the loot boxes, great, but let me just buy an outright costume. Like don't make me fucking have to gotcha it. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Speaking of Fortnite, by the way, Ryu and Chun-Li are going to Fortnite.
Dude, who is it in Fortnite at this point, right?
Like
I'm trying to think of what would be left. Like I don't think Nintendo would do anything.
Let's get like Indiana Jones in there.
I mean, they already have Star Wars, so I don't think that's a stretch. Power Rangers Sonic, I would be surprised if they didn't.
Yeah, because you don't really have like woodland creatures in the game. They're more human based.
Shadow can be in there with his gun.
Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I don't know. But I think that's it for news. I think we're good. It's going to wrap up 534 of the Gamecast. You can write us allyoucangeek@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter. You can like us on Facebook. You can also watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys next week.